No one should have to choose between food and rent, but this is a choice many residents of Mississauga have to make every single day. The cost of living paired with a lack of low-cost housing has left many families with barely enough money to cover their basic expenses. With an average of less than $5 a day left over to spend on food and other necessities, tremendous pressure has been put on families. The Mississauga Food Bank, the central supplier of emergency food in the city, has seen a dramatic increase in demand. Almost 20% of Mississauga's population lives in poverty. Looking at a city as prosperous as Mississauga, home of many businesses and corporate headquarters, it is hard to believe that such a high percentage of our neighbors could be in such dire need. It may not look like it, but there is incredible hunger hidden in our city. Who are these people? Where do they come from? What do they look like? What kind of person do you think uses a food bank?
Oh, I'd say people who can't keep a job. And there are a lot of people who just don't know how to manage their money.
Drug addicts, alcoholics.
Unmotivated people who are just looking for handouts.
People who don't want to work.
And there are people with terrible addictions, drug, alcohol.
But the answer is not what you would expect. A person needing a food bank could be anyone. People who need a food bank don't look a certain way or come from a particular background. They could be your bus driver, your co-worker, your classmate, your neighbor, and a startling majority of food bank clients are children and seniors. Let's meet some of our neighbors in need who are food bank clients.
I came to Canada with my wife and 2 daughters as refugees last year. My family was persecuted, so we had to leave. We didn't know where to go, so we stayed in a shelter for the first few weeks. Then we went to the social assistance office and they helped us find a basement apartment. After rent, we're only left with about $500 a month, left for food and transportation, for everything. It's hard, especially when you have 2 daughters in school. They told us that we could go to the food bank for food. Since we are refugees, we cannot work. So the food that we get from the food bank, we rely on, or else we wouldn't have any food at all. If it weren't for the food bank, I don't know if my family would have survived.
He is not alone. 12,000 people every month just like him rely on the Mississauga Food Bank to make ends meet. This number grows every day, and that makes the Mississauga Food Bank so necessary as the city's central hub in the fight against hunger.
I'm Chris Hatch, the Executive Director of the Mississauga Food Bank. We receive food from a variety of sources across the community, from food manufacturers through the community food drives when people drop off food at their grocery store. An example would be the OPP Pork Credit Detachment Cram the Cruiser campaign. It's a food drive, also a fundraiser, and it's hugely helpful to us in terms of the 100 tons of food we need to get into our facility every month to get back out into the community. The Mississauga Food Bank focuses on sourcing nutritional food to serve our member agencies throughout the community. That's really what our key mission is. We have a network of 7 food banks, as well as other food programs, shelters, rehabilitation programs that we service throughout the month. And we feed around 12,000 clients, half of whom are children.
The Mississauga Food Bank is an experienced, sustainable charity equipped to feed our hungry neighbors. Evaluated by need, clients don't just eat out of boxes and cans. They can go to their local food bank once a month to get 7 to 10 days of nutritious food for each member of their family. This includes fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, meat, and other items like baby food, formula and diapers, and even pet food. With the right resources and tools, the Mississauga Food Bank is making a real difference in people's lives. It isn't just about sourcing and distributing food. It's about fighting hunger and feeding hope. And it's about thousands of hungry residents of Mississauga being given a chance to raise healthy and successful families. This is just an example of the many lives that are touched every day by your continued support of the Mississauga Food Bank. Helping to feed our neighbors doesn't take a lot. There are a variety of ways you can help. You can donate financially by running a fundraiser or giving directly by mail, in person, or online. You can donate food. You can donate your time by volunteering. Or you can even raise awareness of hunger in Mississauga by learning more. Read about hunger on our website or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. By working together, we can fight hunger and feed hope in Mississauga.